that you're on, to recognize that something is better for your soul. So as I say to you today, graduate with a great sense of accomplishment and splendor. You have a prestigious degree. But as you go through life, do whatever it is that you like. When I got to college, I ended up in a lot of classes that forced me to read a lot of nonfiction. A lot of very strict things to accomplish my degree. But I decided I wanted to take a different path and took a class on great American poets. Now, I took this class because I couldn't get into the one I wanted. It was something I had absolutely no interest in, but it was one that was open, so I took it. And I went into that class with very low expectations, hoping just to grind it out, get my grade, and move on. But I was exposed to a whole new world that made poetry relevant to me. Now, did this make me a better lawyer? Well, probably not. But it did take off my blinders. It opened my eyes to other things. I didn't do this to impress anybody. I did it, like I said, quite by accident, and I don't think that it matters what brought me there, but that it helped to open my mind. Because in the end, there's no one to impress who matters. The lion's share of your emotions in your life are going to be how you feel about yourself. You live inside your own mind and heart, so fill it with things that make you appreciate all there is beside what you already know. Consider what's familiar and then furnish your mind with the unfamiliar. The scientist needs a place in their mind for art. The number cruncher ought to make room for literature. And the master of reason needs to understand the indefinable pull of emotion. If you can equip your mind to accommodate the unfamiliar, then you have acquitted yourself to be open to the new and unfamiliar possibilities that your life may bring. You should want that. Because life is too short for the color and the timbre and the tone of your days to be determined by nothing more than the view from your own two eyes. If you are incapable of seeing the diversity of perspective and opinion and opportunity beyond your own experience, you will miss so very much. And the greater tragedy is that you won't even know you missed anything at all. For most of you, the diploma you get today is going to open certain doors. And as you know, these are doors that would never be opened if you didn't get it. But there are other doors, and behind them will be things that can change your heart and your soul and your life. You will recognize them only if you have moved beyond habit to a true appreciation of all the world might have for you. And when that time comes, I wish for you the courage to walk through that door, because it will take courage. No one's going to pull you along, not in your adult life. When you make big changes, you're going to be the one who makes the call, just you. And when you've got a comfortable life and a routine, it's going to take a lot of courage to listen to your heart and to decide to climb another mountain. I see the twists and turns in my own life, and I know that's true with the benefit of perspective. So I hope you choose whatever you choose, because through the years, you stay free enough to let something capture your heart. And not because your whole life was set by a choice you made sitting in a classroom when you were 18 or 19 or 20 years old. Here in New Jersey, so many people have gone down that different road, not to impress anybody, but just because it let them be creative, it called on their imagination, or it just looked like fun. Albert Einstein came to New Jersey in 1933. Buzz Aldrin went from Montclair to the moon. Frank Sinatra went from Hoboken to Hollywood. Harriet Tubman brought slaves to Cape May. Les Paul, who invented the electric guitar and passed away just last year, did that from Mahwah, New Jersey for 60 years. Danny DeVito, Frankie Valli, Carl Lewis, Count Basie, Alice Paul, Toni Morrison, and I can't help myself, Bruce Springsteen. These aren't folks who followed the well-defined path. They made their own way. They were free, truly intellectually free. And it all started for them in New Jersey where today it all starts for you. Through action and through faith, they were aware enough to see the possibilities. Beyond what was just in front of them, they saw the good things and the great things, and some of them changed the world. I'm all for changing the world, but you don't have to do that if you don't want to. All you have to do is stand ready to change yourself. If you are aware and if you are lucky, you will always be pulled between two choices. Sticking to the road you're on, or being distracted by something that seems just a little more interesting. I'm here to tell you that at 47 years old, distractions have been very good to me. So listen to them. Always listen to them. Because a life well lived is a beautiful thing. There is beauty in order and achievement, and that's what brings you here today. But there is also beauty in disorder and uncertainty and ambiguity and faith and chance and wonder and opportunity and mystery. There is even beauty in failing greatly if it's in pursuit of something you feel called to try. Those who recognize that other beauty, those who open themselves to whatever is new and creative and unfamiliar, those are the women and men who know what it is to be free, because they see beyond the well-defined path of their own days and nights. They are the ones who have sought to find the true width and breadth of what is possible in life. What I want most today is something good for each and every one of you in your life. I wish for each of you awareness, open eyes, and a wide road. Wide with freedom to always express yourself and be who you are. Today, that road starts anew for each and every one of you. Thank you very much.